Emmy, we're coming to see you. And you better not be super sick, or I'm gonna be real upset. It seems as if time has decided to slow down for the express purpose of annoying the hell out of me. I know that fucking life, dude. I think honestly, everyone does. Class feels like it drags on for ages. I suspect that my being consumed with worry probably has something to do with it. Well, yeah, when you're worried about something, you have the anxieties building up, and it makes everything go by so slow. And blessedly, the bell rings, and I dash out of the class, drawing a few raised eyebrows, I'm sure. Jesus, you just... Oh! I have spent the majority of my day fretting as unobtrusively as possible. Even though the nurse thinks that Emmy is perfectly okay, I want to see for myself. Dude, he is hauling ass. Holy shit. It doesn't take me long to get to the girl's dorm and make my way to Emmy's room. Standing outside her door, I suddenly pause. What if she's resting? I would. It's Emmy, so probably not. I'd hate to wake her up, especially if she's feeling ill. Then again, if she sleeps all day, then it could throw off her sleeping schedule. But rest is important if you're ill, isn't it? Dude, even when I'm sick, I still don't get enough rest. Because I can't decide what to do, so I settle for standing outside the door looking like a complete idiot. Then I hear Emmy's voice from behind the door. Slam your head against the door. Listen in. Thanks for your concern, but I'm really okay. Well, is she talking to me? I'd probably not. I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Oh, guess not. Still, clearly she's not asleep, so I can knock without worry. So why is this clenched feeling in my gut? I wasn't nervous about dropping by the other day, so why today? Granted, I still haven't had time to fully figure out this newfound interest in Emmy's well-being. I don't have a lot of experience in the matter, of course, but certainly this seems to go beyond feelings of mere friendship. But could I take that step? Could I even bring myself to risk what I have now? Yes, because we need to find out what lemons mean. I mean, it's enough to be friends with her, isn't it? Either way, shouldn't I just open the door and see how she's doing? That's why I came here, right? What if she's not dressed yet? I feel like if she's not dressed, she's not going to let you in. No heart! Wait, the image that flashes through my mind causes my heart to skip a beat, literally. What? I should probably never have those thoughts again. Not if I want to avoid a heart attack. Do you think she's just like walking around naked, like in her room right now? I mean, I wouldn't put it past her, but I don't like walking around naked and alone. I suddenly realize I'm standing in the hallway looking like an idiot. You have been for the last, 5 minutes. Emmy still seems to be in the middle of a conversation, but I knock anyway. It does a super knock like this. Hopefully she won't mind the interruption. You worry too much. Come in, the door's unlocked. Excellent. So it is. I swear to God if she's randomly naked. I open the door and step in, which is about where my thought process comes to a grinding halt. Why? See, she's not naked. She's fine. Emmy is sitting up in her bed, hair tousled from a day spent asleep. I think this is the first time I've seen her without those familiar beads in her hair. Her gym shirt and bloomers, obviously hastily pulled on before I came in, are creased and folded from less than proper storage. Oh God. Her legs lay bare on the sheets. You know I like thighs. You can't do this to me. I've never seen Emmy without prosthetics before, yet here she is. Her slender legs terminating terminus way. Terminating in stumps just below her knees. But as odd the sight is, I find myself more captivated by everything north of the waist. Jesus Christ, buddy. He needs is that a little TV? What? Wish I had a little TV. It seems that Emmy had finished her conversation with whomever she was on the phone with, and is now watching my reaction closely out of one of her open eyes as she wipes the sleep away from the other. You're pretty tired, huh? Her expression, far from being embarrassed, is rather one out of a surprisingly wide yawn. One perhaps appropriate from such a small mouth. Oh, yeah. God, why are we... A grin that for a brief moment seems almost flirtatious tugs at the corner of her mouth as she takes the side of me in. I can do nothing but remain in a state of fluctuating between fear, confusion, and not a little bit of lust. Dude, ain't those emotions to feel confusion, fear, and lust all at once. Emmy hastily sweeps her hair out of her eyes, fixing it back in place before dressing me. Oh, well, now she's fine with it. I like your room. It is a little TV. Wait, what's going on in here? Anyway, there's a lot of shit. You seem a bit caught off guard, Hisao. No, a wave of laughter erupts from her, and I find myself grinning and rubbing the back of my head ruefully. Well, I mean, I like thighs, and I guess I just keep staring at your body. I can't help it, because, I'm just a man. We're all dogs over here. Never seen someone as disheveled look so attractive. Never seen you without your legs on. Let's not opt for that one. Never seen you look so, sorry. Emmy giggles again and moves to sit up a little straighter. I'm caught up in the movements of her shirt, very nearly losing myself. Dude, he needs to calm down. Like, good lord. He wasn't like this with the others. Jesus. Are they saying Emmy's like the fucking sexiest one out of all of them? And he's just like, he just fucking can't contain himself? Like, good lord, buddy. I was wondering what your reaction would be. The nurse called and told me you were going to drop by, you see. And I know you haven't seen me, well, without legs. I respond in a tone of casual surprise. Oh, you don't have them on? I didn't even notice. I was too busy looking at your thighs, to be honest. This is almost the truth. I very nearly didn't. I'm not trying to be suave or anything, mind you. Somehow I think Emmy would get offended by that. What the hell? Did I say what the head? What? Instead, she sticks her tongue out at me and chucks a pillow at my head. Ow! It's full of rocks! Ass! Whoa! I definitely catch the pillow and take careful aim before throwing. Whoa! Emmy laughs and rolls to one side, dodging my shot. Damn it! Even without legs, she's swifter than me. The shifting of her shirt distracted me enough so that the next pillow thrown at me hits me right between the eyes. Ha ha! She's not even trying to distract you, but she is. Roblox. I retaliate, of course. And once I've retaliated twice, well, a war was bound to break out sooner or later. And really, when Emmy appears to have far better aim than me, well, it was just a matter of time before I'd have to resort to a suicidal charge. Wait, what? What am I doing? Gotcha! Whoa, 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 buddy. Eep. Oh, what are we, a comic book now? And once the charge was accomplished, well, of course, I'd have to wrestle the pillows away from her. And with that kind of struggle, of course, we'd wind up in this sort of position. What kind of shit is going on so fast? And so I find myself staring down at her from my position atop her. She's grinning, eyes sparkling with amusement. Maybe a little sweaty now from our tussle. I likes it a little sweaty. Her chest is heaving up and down, sucking in air. I like to think the door's just wide open, because I didn't bother closing it. The small bit of my brain that is not currently enraptured by the sight and the smell of her observes that she must still be ill, because her stamina is not what it used to be. We stay like that for quite a while. I'm not sure how long, because everything seems to go fuzzy. Everything that isn't her, anyway. Will you tell me what the lemons mean, Emmy? It is It has plagued me ever since we started your route, even before. I must know where you hide your lemons. Her eyes meet mine, and deep inside them, I almost catch a glimpse of fear, longing, hope. Emmy? Oh, what, is that a little... A cough suddenly convulses her, and I'm almost stumbling in my haste to get off, to apologize for everything. Sorry, I shouldn't have... And she's right back to... It's fine, it's fine. She gives me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. So, what brings you here? I like to think he didn't actually stumble off, and she's still breathing hard, and that causes her voice to shake slightly. Well, before I was rudely assaulted by pillows, I came to see how you were doing. Ow. This earns me another shove, and I very nearly fall off her bed. Emmy's eyes sparkle once again, and I wonder how I never noticed how attractive they were before. Consumed with worry, were you? Her tone is mocking, haughty, teasing. She throws her arm across her forehead dramatically, grin still apparent from underneath. Couldn't bear the thought of me laying deathly ill. As we both recover from our brief wrestling match, Emmy appears to fall back on teasing me. Well, I wouldn't say consumed with worry. He really was, though. But after you didn't show up this morning like a total wuss, wow, she was sick. Emmy pouts, crossing her arms petulantly and sticking her lower lip out. It's not my fault. I mean, it is, because you decided to run in the rain like an idiot. Nurse wouldn't allow it. You sure he wouldn't? I completely believe you. Emmy sticks her tongue out again. You're such a jerk, Hisao. So how was your day then, huh? Did you enjoy slacking off? Not really. The phone woke me up pretty early on. The phone? Yeah. The captain of the team called to make sure I was doing okay. God, I hate that captain. He just shakes his fist. Also let me know it's okay to skip practice. Well, good. At least she wasn't alone at all day. Someone checked up on her, and it wasn't me right off the bat. Although I can't help but think that it should have been me. Oh my God! See? Oh, that's good. Really keeps an eye on you, huh? Emmy shrugs. It's his job. Part of being captain means you know where your team members are when they're not in school. Still, I guess it was nice of him to call, huh? Yeah, sure was. I'm mad. Emmy yawns and shimmies down into a bit more of a comfortable position. So, how was your day? Kind of uneventful, I went ahead and ran by myself and talked with the nurse about how you were doing. And now oh God, it's all dark now. I meander through the day's events, none of which are particularly engrossing. That's when I'm distracted by an arm finding its way across my waist. It seems that Emmy fell asleep while I was talking, so I draw her blanket to cover us. She's rolled over to her side, and now one leg is thrown over my legs, effectively trapping me. He can't escape. Hey, it seems a shame to wake her, but I have things to do, people to see, I gently shake her, but her response only tightens her arm's grip on me and sighs a little. Well, we're trapped here. This is, might as well stay like this forever. My resistance to this position crumbles rather quickly. The feeling of her body breathing steadily is both calming and incredibly stimulating. At the same time, my breathing cannot decide if it wants to relax or speed up. Relaxation wins, and I find myself putting an arm around Emmy. I think I'm in love. Jesus Christ. I mean, apparently. The words slip out and hang in the air unnoticed. I like to think in her subconscious sleepy mind she heard that. At least I hope they've gone unnoticed. Emmy whimpers weakly through her dream. And her grip suddenly tightens again. For the first time since I've known her, I see tears running down Emmy's face. Aw, it feels like my heart's about to break. No, if it does, we'll die. I instinctively tighten my own grip and stroke her hair in what I hope is a soothing manner. Words of comfort, meaningless in this situation, spring to mind. Maybe I should wake her. Are you supposed to wake people having nightmares? Well, I mean, I feel like you should. I can't for the life of me remember. It's not like anything bad'll happen. The decision is taken from me as Emmy suddenly jerks awake with a cry. Dad! Oh, no! No! Oh, no! This is more than I think I want to hear without her knowing. I quickly sit upright and gently shake her shoulder to stir her. No, no. Hey, are you okay? Oh, what a silly question. Of course she's not okay. Huh? What? Who? How? She shakes her head as if to clear it and quickly wipes her eyes. You had a nightmare, I think. Oh, I'm sad now. Emmy shudders again and glances up at me a little cautiously, as if unsure whether or not she's actually up. Yeah, I guess so. You want to talk about it? Or, A speedy internal debate seems to be going on in her head, which resolves itself with a shrug. Nah, I don't really remember much of it. I'm pretty sure she's lying to me, almost guaranteed. But somehow I don't think I should press the issue. Emmy shudders again and turns toward me, looking a little sheepish. Sorry for falling asleep on you like that. I keep my voice as soothing as I can. Hey, don't worry about it. You've been ill. Well, now we're gonna be sick. And yeah, I guess that's the cold medicines, just making me a little drowsy. I guess so. Emmy does not strike me as the sort of person who'd fall asleep at the drop of a hat. Rin, maybe. But Emmy's far too energetic. Emmy gives a half smile at my response, and then just like that, she's back to her old self. Well, prepare yourself for tomorrow morning, Hisao. We'll have to go twice as hard to make up for today. But I went running this morning. No excuse. Oh, fine. Well, I'll be ready for you. Emmy nods, satisfied. Good. I take this as my cue to exit. Well, I'd better get going, especially if I want to get enough sleep for tomorrow. Well, I hop off the bed and head for the door. Hey, Hisao? I pivot neatly on my heel and face Emmy. She opens her mouth to say something, and then in another, first, I see her falter slightly. She closes her mouth and opens it again. Thanks for dropping by, I mean. You're kind of the first visitor I've ever had who wasn't Rin. Now that's surprising. I would figure that Emmy'd have people dropping by all the time. Not necessarily, even if she's popular. She's certainly popular enough, or so I thought. Always talking to people in the hallways. Emmy hesitates again. And, thanks for staying around after a look of pain flits across her face. It helped. She brightens back up and waves cheerily at me. See you tomorrow! Yeah, see you later. I'm just about to exit the door when something makes me turn around again. Hey, Emmy? Anytime you need to talk, just let me know, okay? Emmy seems taken aback by this offer. Her grin gets even wider. Sure thing, Hisao. See you in the morning. Whew. I exit Emmy's room with my head in a whirl. Should I have even left? Was she really okay? Probably not, but I want to turn around and march right back down the hallway, open the door and tell her that I love her. Tell her I think she's beautiful. Tell her that I'll be there when she needs me. I want to stay with her, to hold her close as she falls back to sleep. It's okay, you already did that. How many nights has she woken up like that? Only to find that nobody's there. I want to be that person she could be with when that happens. It's a silly thought, I know. We don't even know each other that well, do we? The whole idea, while exhilarating, also makes me feel worry. Worry, perhaps, that I'd overstep my bounds. And now to add to my troubles, it seems as if Emmy herself already has an interest in someone else. Oh, Jesus, here he goes. This track captain of hers who seems so interested in her well-being. True, I've only seen the two of them together a few times, but that just doesn't change the fact that they seem better suited to one another. This fucking guy. There's really nothing to be done about that. I need to take my mind off this whole situation. Dude, he's overthinking way too fucking much. I got homework to do. Maybe that will distract me. Ugh. Never do homework. Dude, that got sad so quick. With just one fucking word. Such is existence. And stories. You gotta have that sadness in there. A night of restlessness has left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. Damn it, I still didn't find out about the lemons. What the fuck? I'm so mad. When will the lemons reveal themselves? Whatever that means. I like to think lemons is just like a code word for like something else that like is very prominent in this route or something. Because apparently it's a meme. I don't know. The events of the previous day keep intruding upon my mind. The memory of how Emmy felt against me. The memory of our wrestling match. And most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. She was in so much pain. I can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. You think that happens every night? Dude, if that happens every day... Whew, the shower shocks me awake with hot water. Awake, but still worried. What will happen today? Will things just go back to normal? End of the episode. Back to the status quo. There was a connection yesterday. Something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. Would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look in Emmy's eyes after our pillow fight. It almost seemed like she was daring me to go on. Almost. But I can't know for sure. Anyway, the track captain's probably first in her affections. Dude! I will end you. But even as I say that, my mind is already snorting derisively. I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong. A reason not to try. It's not as if I've ever seen the two of them together outside of track practice. And clearly he's never visited. Emmy said as much herself. Yeah, we're the second person. If they were close, surely he'd visit. I'm such a wuss. Ought to just go for it anyway. Damn the consequences. That's what Emmy would do. I think. Hell, I know that's what she would do. Which is partially why I'm convinced there's no interest on her end. She hasn't acted either. That's because she wants you to make the move. Maybe because of this track captain. It's possible she's got a bit of an unrequited crush thing going on. I swear to God! But who would be able to clarify their relationship? Rin? It sure as hell can't be Emmy. She'd probably just laugh and ask why I wanted to know, and I'm not ready to answer that yet. Rin would probably just give me a cryptic answer or something. That's good enough for me! And then with any luck, she'd just ask Emmy, who would ask me why I wanted to know, and I've already covered that problem. I wonder. Could I get away with asking the nurse? Oh, maybe. He seems pretty protective of Emmy. I'm sure he'd know if something was up. But, and he does owe me for not letting Emmy know he forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. What if he asks me why I want to know, though? I can shake him off. Just say I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? You son of a bitch. Of course. That's settled then. You literally were like, I think I'm in love. I hate you. After the run, I'll talk with him while Emmy's waiting outside the office. Oh yeah, so she can hear you talking about her? There's no sign of Emmy when I arrive on track. Whoa! Is she still too ill? I decided to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early, and she was ill yesterday. So if she takes a while to show up, it shouldn't be surprising. Still, I'd hate to just waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. That's what I do when I'm anxious. I'll, walk around in my room. What if I went too far yesterday? What if she doesn't want to come because she's embarrassed? Like that would ever happen. What if... What? See, there she is. She's fine. You're early again, Hisao. I'm impressed. Just like that, I feel some of the tension leave my body. Emmy seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, with no sign that she was even ill the other day, much less had a less than restful sleep. Still, I gotta ask. Sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question. Just small talk. The sort of thing people ask someone they bump into at the cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us. At least, not for me. I don't know if Emmy realizes that I'm actually pretty concerned about how she slept last night. But the question does give her pause. After a short moment of what seems like her genuinely pondering this, she nods. Yup, sure did. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or she's just saying she slept to, soothe your soul? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Good to hear. Emmy grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Except I wasn't, because I got a heart problem. Emmy laughs at my bravado and we take off running. Keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. That's what having a steady pace means. And I still feel dead at the end. But at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emmy is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Isao. You're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. Half? Oh, I want to be all as fast as you. This last line is delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. He loves the teasing, if you know what I mean. Emmy begins to run her sprints while I take a cool-down lap. She's really pushing herself today, as usual. It's because she didn't, she's sick. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across on the bleachers, looking exhausted. Oh, yeah. I bet he's like, goodness. Not pushing it a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, if you'll recall. Emmy gives an annoyed snort and sits up. Bah! I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, A good run always gets the kinks out, Clears the mind, too. Oh, especially when it's like cold air rather than like you running around in the heat. Dude, that fucking clears your head right up. Emmy nods vigorously. Yup, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. She does not explain further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. It's maybe both. Maybe the nightmare. Maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted me to know. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. The sincerity in her voice confirms my suspicions. And the only problem is, Even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted me to know, I still want to know. Is something on your mind then? Something on your mind? You know, Emmy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. I swear to God, Emmy. She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's trying to convince me. I opened my mouth to ask if yesterday is responsible for her current state of mind, but I think better of it. Too much of a risk of her taking the question the wrong way. Really? How? Besides, I'm not sure, even myself, what to think about yesterday. Really? I can only get about as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Oh, and it felt nice. She did the leg thing too? You know, having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wryly at me. Oh, she's making it difficult to think. This fucker. Yeah, I hear ya. We better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short on time. Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like. What? Too true. For a brief moment, she looks old, worn down by some old hurt. Oh, just like me, I'm old. But just like yesterday, I can see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly. And then she's back to being Emmy again. Dude, Emmy needs like a... I think Emmy definitely needs that person to, you know, to be there for her at all times. Come on then, Hisao. Race ya. And you can't say that and then run because now it's not fair. I mean, it wasn't fair anyway because I can't beat you, but with a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey, no fair! Oh, I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Dude, I feel like that's like a metaphor. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, look who's finally shown up. Yeah. Enjoy your victory while you can. 'Cause I'm coming after you. Oh my God. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out the door. Well, there you are, Yugi boy. Come on in, Hisao. In what has become a familiar routine by now, he checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. A bit fast today, isn't it? Well, I did kind of I literally just ran here. Yeah, I kind of raced Emmy here. The nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. I didn't get a choice. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I wouldn't have fucking guessed. I reel back in mock surprise. Really? She never mentioned it before. The two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Cold seemed to bother her? Why don't you ask her? Because she won't tell me shit. He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problems, regardless of whether or not she did. Yup. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, makes a lot more sense. She seemed pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. The nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mention yesterday's visit. Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Speaking of Emmy, are she and the track captain? Well, you know. Look at him! A look of suspicion crosses his face. Why do you ask? They seem kind of close. I was just curious, And I'd never ask her because that's kind of embarrassing. So far, so good. Now to really sell it. Besides, I think they'd make a cute couple. Ah, gross. Ah, the nurse laughs. Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that. But I think I could say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Really? Yup. But why? Not that I could tell you, of course. Confidentiality and all that. Yeah, right. You know what? You just like holding a secret over my head. That's all that is. That too. Right, now get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. Emmy just almost Emmy done heard it. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out the door, monitoring it. Monitoring? Oh, I am monitoring Emmy. Motioning to Emmy to go in. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. The two of them will never do anything like that. Oh, that's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. I'm half tempted to make a move on Emmy right now. But I think the nurse would probably disapprove. What, you gonna just run in while she's getting like her like legs checked out and stuff and just, Emmy, I love you. Besides, I still don't know exactly how Emmy feels about me. I'm sure she wouldn't have wrestled with you and rolled around in bed with you and slept next to you, or even felt comfortable enough to randomly pass out next to you if she didn't have something, you know? I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that, I can't be certain. Even so, I can't help but be hopeful. I just need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. Right now. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day at least. Puzzle. The rooftop is completely deserted. Normally I could count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. No, I need Rin. She gives me the lifeblood. Wonder if she decided to accompany Emmy to the cafeteria for once. That seems highly unlikely, but it's all I can think of right now. Part of me wants to go look for Rin, but a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. I hate when the sun's on my body. I pick idly at my lunch while I wait for Rin and Emmy to show up. I bet Rin's not going to show up. It'll just be Emmy, but that's cool. It does not take long for me to hear the sounds of someone coming up the stairs. I wait until the door opens before... What the hell? I wait until the door begins to open before speaking. Okay, thanks, brain. Took you long enough. Keeping me waiting for you. Honestly, you don't even know who's there. You're just saying words. The two of you are... Huh? Well, that's odd. I figured. The only person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me. You know, Emmy. We run in the mornings. We slept together. Not like that. Yet. She grins and I feel my heart jump slightly in my chest at the sight. Yeah, I knew that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Emmy's grin is replaced by a rather guilty-looking expression. Yeah, about that. I kinda, sorta, gave her my cold. Oh, well, that's not good. Am I at risk too? More than likely. It would make sense after all. I mean, Emmy and I were in close contact the other day. So what did she and Rin do that got her ill? Probably just standing next to each other. Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that road. Though I wouldn't mind that road if you... Oh, hey! Dude, Rin's just probably got a worse immune system than me. Don't underestimate the power of Rin, alright? Emmy seemed shocked by my comment, like she hadn't considered that before. I hope not. I'll feel terrible if you get ill because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I think I have a fever coming on. I gotta see the nurse. Emmy looks horrified, and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. I'm gonna punch the shit, the cold right out of you. Hisao, you stop getting sick right this instant. I won't have it. First it was the Mother Nature, now it's illnesses. Oh God, impulsively she seizes me by the collar. Help! I'm being bullied! Are you listening to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your ass in gear! She starts slapping me. I give a smart salute. Duly noted, ma'am! Emmy steps back and nods, satisfied. Good. You are not allowed to miss any of our morning runs after all. What? Yeah, you missed a morning run. Emmy crosses her arms and looks at me haughtily. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me and not you. Wow! That's not an explanation at all. Emmy looks flabbergasted. That's one of my favorite words, by the way. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a blatant double standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Oh, fine. Emmy seems pleased by her victory. Anyways, Rin gonna be okay. She's not, like, super duper ill, is she? God, I hope not. Maybe I need to visit Rin and snuggle Rin. Emmy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine that should help her. Although I probably should have made sure she didn't try to take them all at once. Uh-oh. She's done it before, you know. Somehow I don't find that all surprising. She like just more pills. Just keeps taking them. I doubt Rin is one to pay attention to maximum dosages and such. Dude. You should probably check on her later, just to make sure. Emmy shrugs. I'll stop by after practice. She'll be fine until then. I nod, figuring that the line of conversation is over. The only problem is, I don't know what else to talk about. Got any more track meets coming up? This is a terribly roundabout way of trying to see if she's free on the weekend. God damn it. If she's free, maybe I can ask her on a date or something. Well, assuming I can get myself to actually form said words. Alright, perfect plan. Emmy shakes her head. Yes. Nah, not for another couple weeks, I think. The season's winding down. Oh, yeah, I came right in the middle of things, didn't I? Alright, does that mean exams are coming soon? Ah, shit, I should probably look into that. Doesn't matter though. What do you do on the weekends if there's not a meet, you know? And an eyebrow goes up and Emmy gets a teasing look on her face. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't you? I shrug and hope it looks casual. You know, just make a conversation. Oh, my back. I don't know what it's like to be a track star after all. Flattery. She waves a hand idly. I'm not actually that good, you know. What? You're a track star. You just so happen to see me on a good day. That's all. Liar. Yeah. But humility is the sign of a good athlete. And that's what my dad used to say. Oh, no. All I know is pain. She shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression on her face that she's taken on. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Emmy starts to deny it, but then sighs in defeat. I wonder if she's too tired from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual. Or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Well, you remember last night? Oh, do I ever? I settle for nodding, however. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Actually, I get them kind of all the time. She pauses as if it suddenly occurred to her what she's doing. It's almost like she's breaking some sort of personal rule here. But she then starts up again, choosing her words carefully. Well, not often, but on occasion. It's just been one of those weeks where that's what happens. That's what happens, huh? A sigh escapes her and she looks terribly frustrated. Oh, I reach over and give her a hug. Oh, which unlike last time doesn't seem to shock her. Instead, she seems to relax as my arms wrap around her. We stay like that for a while. Aw. Hey, you know I was serious last night. You really can't talk to me if stuff like that is bothering you. It's always difficult to do this sort of thing solo, you know? Emmy smiles and breaks the embrace, but stays leaning on my shoulder. Thanks, Hisao. I'll be fine, I think. I can already see her resembling herself, getting ready to bottle it all up again. I guess that topic's closed now. Dude, so, hey, given any more thought to that career survey? The pirate? Can't say I have. I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know. Although I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? I shrug. I suppose, unless you were serious about that pirate thing. I hope she was. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much need for universities. Unless there's like a pirate university out there somewhere. The dream. Emmy giggles and starts to look like a little like her old self, but there's a new element to her expression. Impish. That's how I describe it. Emmy looks impish, looking up at me with her head nestled into my shoulder. Would you come with me if I ran off to be a pirate? Of course I would. Yar, me mateys. Who in their right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. She giggles again. I notice that my heart seems to have sped up. Uh-oh. It's probably due to Emmy's proximity to me. The hint of strawberries again. Oh, God, I love strawberries. I can't help but grin as I gaze down at her. She's happy again. Hey, Hisao? If you're going to kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell's about to ring. Got him. My thoughts grind to a sudden halt. I'm pretty sure my mouth is hanging open in shock. All I can do is manage a strangled, huh? This amuses Emmy even more. You were thinking about it, weren't you? Shut up, she sits, bringing her face level with mine. I'd probably enjoy it, you know. You're really... well... She really composed herself, looking like she's about to say something important. If you hadn't figured it out by now, I think I've developed a bit of a crush on you. See, we did. He is stupid, so he didn't know. You're gonna have to do something about that. This time her grin short-circuits several important thought processes. At some point, I turned toward her, and at another point, her arms moved to around my neck. And yet another, my arm wrapped around her waist. I'll be damned if I could tell precisely when that happened. Because at the moment, there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look in Emmy's eyes, and there it is. The thing I saw yesterday on the bed, it's there again. It suddenly strikes me that she's worried that I'll reject her. Impossible. What a silly worry for her to have. Did it. Got him. The dream. Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. Jesus Christ. This ain't lemons. She leans into the kiss, and her arms tied around the back of my head, making sure that I won't pull away. Not that there was any danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my gut. The world falls away. There's just me, her, and this brick wall I built between... No. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, entranced by the feel of her. Yeah, I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes, how she smells, and how she feels. Well, that ruins that. The ringing of the bell snaps us both back to reality, and we break the kiss. We kiss, though, Emmy's cheeks are slightly flushed, and she seems to be catching her breath. In her defense, I am too. We stand there for a few moments trying to wrap our heads around what we've just done. We've taken the next step. Emmy's the first to break the silence. So, want to grab dinner after I'm done with practice? What a coincidence. I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, actually, I suppose it was going to be some kind of a proper date on the weekend or something, but the thought was there. Oh, Emmy gives me a playful shove. Yeah, right. You were still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. We begin to head down the stairs back to our respective classrooms. That felt so nice and so cool and casual, but also romantic at the same time. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. That I didn't. See you after practice, Sal. Oh, she leans in quickly and gives me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. Oh, as I head into my classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. Oh, Jesus. Why, Hick-chan, you romantic you. Did you confess on the rooftop? Did ya? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is so predictable. Or, not predictable. Unpredictable, isn't it? That being Misha, I suppose I should have expected her to tease me over this. I guess. Before I can really respond, Muto's entered the room, and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. I suspect that I'll get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing as how Emmy kissed me literally right in the middle of the hall, but somehow, I don't care about that. For the first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. Ah! That was so good. So good. It felt so... Oh, look at that. So, like... what's the word? I think I already said what it was good. It was good. It definitely was... I like how I love how she was just like, all right, if you're going to kiss me, now's the time to do it. Come on, big boy. Show me what you got. You don't see that every day, huh?